So for those that missed the past 96 hours, couple of days in Western North Carolina, here is what has just occurred. On Thursday morning, my wife and I wake up and look at the spreadsheet that we have for Operation Shelter, which are people requesting help from us after Hurricane. The spreadsheet is full of people saying, hey, I'm getting kicked out of my hotel on Friday or Saturday. I don't have a place to sleep. Can you help me? And I thought, wait a minute, wasn't FEMA supposed to extend these hotel vouchers for people that are in hotels waiting on FEMA? And so I go and look, and the local news is just full of these stories of people saying, you know, they inspected my home, but I haven't heard back, or I'm still in a hotel, they haven't inspected my home, I'm still waiting on them, but they're kicking me out anyways. And so we call a bunch of the people on the list, and it's the same story. It's like, yeah, FEMA hasn't come out to my house yet, but they're kicking me out tomorrow morning, and I don't have a place to go. My home is not habitable. Or they came out to my house, they checked it, they said, nope, no good, but I'm still waiting on them to get back to me, and I'm in a hotel, and they're kicking me out tomorrow. And I've called my caseworker, they said, your case is still pending, stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my God, this is not good. So we start trying to help them. I get on the phone with Mercury One. Mercury One is incredible. They're like, we're going to work on extending these hotel vouchers. So I start raising the alarm on X. I'm like, hey, we got all these people. Like, they said 3,500 people, 2,000 families are going to get kicked out of these hotels on Saturday morning. And there's just no indication that FEMA is actually doing work to get in touch with these people. In fact, we had phone calls with the victims, and they sent us screenshots and videos, selfie videos of themselves on hold for like 3.5 hours. You guys, so like they are not picking up the phone. Anyways, so I start raising the alarm on this. I'm like, hey, these people need help. What's going on? Why are you kicking them out of hotels? There's about to be like 6 inches of snow tomorrow. That's crazy. Nick Sorter gets involved, calls a bunch of representatives for me. I don't know how he has these guys' phone numbers. Dude is so well connected. And starts raising the alarm on that front. And then finally at like 5:30 p.m., FEMA goes, okay, you get 24 more hours. And I'm like, 24 more hours? What's that going to do? So anyways, Mercury One goes in and pays for like 3 weeks of hotels extensions. And then FEMA extends it for 24 hours. And then, of course, 24 hours later, we're in this crisis mode yet again, just trying to figure out, like, what do we do for all of these poor people? And so we start raising the alarm again. Mercury One gets involved again. We're getting phone calls from people crying, like, you know, I'm going to get kicked out in the cold tomorrow. I don't even have a tent. Like, this is terrible. And so anyways, FEMA then says, okay, you get another 48 hours. And I'm like, oh my God, 48 hours? Are we going to do this again? And sure enough, we do it again. 48 hours later, everyone's freaking out, calling us. People on the phone like, hey, I've got a family of 5. You know, we're in this hotel. FEMA told us to stay here. They inspected our home. We've got a 13-year-old, 11-year-old, 8-year-old, and they're going to kick us out tomorrow, and we don't have anywhere to go. And so we start raising the alarm again. All the senators writing FEMA to say, like, oh my God, can you please request an extension? And then finally, at 8:15 p.m. at night, these poor families, I'm telling you, 8:15 p.m. at night, last night, FEMA goes, okay, you can have it until like January 25th. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, do you have no empathy? Like, you couldn't have done that on Thursday night, Friday night. I mean, weeks ago. It really just seems super intentional.